Tammy Slaton's name once symbolized struggle, pain, and the suffocating limitations of morbid obesity. Today, it stands for resilience, strength, and one of the most astonishing transformations ever documented in reality television history. The 1,000-pound Sisters star, who once feared that her journey might end tragically, has now redefined what survival looks like. Having lost over 500 pounds and recently undergone skin removal surgery, Tammy has emerged from the shadows of despair to become a living, breathing testament to the human spirit's ability to reclaim life, health, and hope. Tammy's journey to this remarkable milestone was anything but easy. Her struggles were chronicled publicly, with the cameras of TLC capturing her most vulnerable moments, her battles with food addiction, mobility issues, multiple health scares, and moments of deep emotional trauma. She once weighed over 700 pounds and was confined to a life within the walls of her home, reliant on oxygen and incapable of walking without assistance. Her body had become a prison, and her mind often wrestled with feelings of failure and hopelessness. But even in those darkest hours, there were flickers of willpower and determination buried beneath the weight. The shift began when Tammy made the decision to enter a rehabilitation facility that specialized in weight loss. This wasn't the first time she had attempted such a move, but something about this attempt felt different. Whether it was the impending risk of death or the realization that her life had spiraled too far out of control, Tammy finally gave herself over to the process. Her stay at the facility was extended as she grappled with both physical and emotional hurdles. But this time she pushed through. Slowly but surely, the weight started coming off, not just from her body but from her soul as well. After months of hard work, diet regulation, therapy, and physical training, Tammy reached a point where she qualified for bariatric surgery, something she had always been told was a distant dream due to her size and health complications. Undergoing the surgery marked a pivotal chapter in her weight loss narrative. The pounds started shedding at a rapid pace post-surgery, and for the first time in years, Tammy started experiencing life outside the confines of a bed or a wheelchair. What followed was even more stunning. Tammy Slaton lost over 500 pounds. Her transformation was so drastic that even her most loyal viewers were left speechless. Photos began surfacing of a woman barely recognizable to fans of 1,000-pound Sisters. Gone was the face swollen with fluid and sadness, replaced by a slimmer, vibrant expression that carried pride and peace. But with extreme weight loss often comes an unintended challenge: excess skin. Tammy was left with large folds of loose skin, a constant physical reminder of her former self. The next phase of her transformation involved skin removal surgery. It was an intensely personal decision for Tammy, but one she embraced wholeheartedly. After losing such an extraordinary amount of weight, her body carried the scars of the past in the form of sagging skin that not only impacted her appearance but also her hygiene and mobility. Skin folds can lead to infections, rashes, and discomfort. In Tammy's case, it also weighed her down physically and emotionally. The skin surgery process was invasive and painful. Surgeons had to remove pounds of skin from her abdomen, arms, thighs, and other areas. Recovery was difficult. She had to remain immobile for days, manage drainage tubes, take pain medications, and limit movement. However, Tammy persisted with her usual courage. As the weeks passed, the pain subsided, the swelling reduced, and a new Tammy began to emerge, not just physically but emotionally and mentally. When Tammy finally showed off her body after the skin surgery, fans were awestruck. Clad in fitted outfits and even a bit of light makeup, Tammy flaunted her figure on social media. Her arms, once hidden under layers of fabric and flesh, were now exposed and toned. Her face, once swollen, now glowed with makeup, confidence, and joy. The difference wasn't just in her appearance, it was in her posture, her expressions, and her smile. For the first time in years, Tammy was standing tall, posing for cameras, and fully embracing the body she had fought so hard for. The response online was overwhelming. Fans flooded her with messages of support, congratulations, and admiration. Many viewers who had followed her since the early days of 1,000-pound Sisters expressed genuine pride and happiness. Others who were themselves struggling with weight or body image issues looked to Tammy as an inspiration. She had become more than just a reality TV star, she had become a symbol of possibility. Tammy's relationship with her sister Amy Slaton also evolved during this journey. The two had faced intense ups and downs in their relationship, often clashing over lifestyle choices and responsibilities. But Tammy's transformation brought them closer. Amy, who herself underwent a weight loss journey after having children, saw Tammy's success as both a relief and a cause for celebration. The two sisters recently appeared together at a family event, dressed up and visibly enjoying life. The image of them standing side by side, both healthier, happier, and more vibrant, was a moment of triumph not just for them but for fans of the show. Yet Tammy's journey is not over. In interviews and public posts, she has made it clear that weight loss is just one part of the equation. She continues to attend therapy to address emotional eating, body dysmorphia, and the traumas that led her down the path of obesity. She is also engaging more with fans, attending events, and expressing interest in advocating for body positivity and mental health awareness. Her transformation has empowered her to speak openly about issues that are often considered taboo, especially in the context of extreme obesity. Tammy's newfound independence is perhaps the most rewarding result of her transformation. She no longer needs oxygen support. She walks unaided, but she cooks, shops, and socializes. She recently moved into a new home where she can enjoy the kind of freedom she was once denied. The simple joy of getting out of bed without help, walking into a store, or sitting in a restaurant booth are things she now cherishes deeply. Every small act of independence feels like a massive victory for Tammy. Her skin surgery, though challenging, gave her the final push to feel completely renewed. Where once her body sagged under the weight of her past, it now moves freely and comfortably. She has openly stated that she feels reborn, like she's been given a second chance at life. And in many ways she has. The scars from surgery are reminders not of pain but of perseverance. Each scar tells the story of a woman who defied the odds, faced death, and chose life. Looking forward, Tammy Slaton has plans that go beyond her reality show roots. She is contemplating writing a book about her transformation. She wants to help others struggling with food addiction and self-worth. She is interested in pursuing motivational speaking, particularly for those who are morbidly obese and have lost hope. Her vision now includes not just her own life but the lives of others she might uplift. That's the true depth of her transformation, not just a change in appearance but a change in purpose. Tammy's journey also challenges public perceptions about obesity. For too long, society has judged individuals like her without understanding the full context of their lives.